Johnny Walker and Magomed Ankalaev are running it back this Saturday for the first UFC fight night of the year. And what a great main event, man. Obviously, these guys fought a couple months ago. There was an illegal knee that was caused by Ankalaev, which led to a no contest in the first round. And we really didn't get to see much for this fight, so that kind of sucked. Now, for this rematch, my pick was originally going to be for Magomed Ankalaev. But I don't know, man. Johnny actually looks really good in that first fight before it became a no contest. And I don't know, I just have a feeling that Johnny is going to pull it off and get the upset. I mean, after all, Johnny Walker is the type of fighter who can beat anyone in the light heavyweight division, yet in the same time he can lose to anyone in the light heavyweight division. And if you ask me, the guy has really turned a new leaf, and I feel like he evolved. I actually feel like this could be Johnny's time. Now, don't get me wrong, I think Magomedov being the favorite here is very well deserved. I mean, he's a guy who's fully rounded, he can do everything, he's the overall better fighter, there's no doubt about that. But Magomedov is more of a decision type fighter. Majority of the ranked fighters that Ankalaev has fought has had Ankalaev win by unanimous decision. I mean, look at the Yan fight, it went all 5 rounds and it went to a draw. Yeah, he TKO'd Smith, but who hasn't finished Smith at this point? When Ankalaev fought Thiago Santos, it went to a unanimous decision. Same thing with Volkan Ozdemir and Krylov. So the knockout threat isn't going to play a huge factor in this fight, since this dude doesn't really finish anyone. And it really helps Johnny's case since he doesn't really have a great chin. And I feel like a lot of people are forgetting how close that first round was. From what we saw, at least, it was a legit 50-50. Even when Johnny was taken down, he was working his way back up. Not to mention the flying knee was awesome to see. I know it didn't land, but that shit was cool. And Johnny Walker can give Ankalaev some trouble. If you go back to the first fight, Johnny's range was giving Magomed some problems, and Johnny was having a lot of success in the beginning of the fight with those leg kicks and the front kicks. And that's why I think he tried and took Johnny down, since he didn't want to deal with the chaos style of Johnny Walker. And the reason why Ankalaev struggles defending with the inside leg kick is his stance. It's just so wide since he tries to box with you. So I do believe Johnny is going to find a lot of success with that. And it doesn't help that Walker is very unorthodox on the feet and he throws shots from different angles, which can give Magomed some problems. Walker might also have one of the best kicks in the division, especially his leg kicks. Let's not forget that Yan battered Magomed lead leg in that fight. And you can even argue that Johnny Walker's are even nastier. If Johnny can get those leg kicks going early and often, it could be a rough night for Ankalaev. It's also going to be very interesting to see how Magomed deals with a significant reach disadvantage, since in its first fight it was giving Magomed some problems. So I think Johnny Walker is a live dog in this fight, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the upset. And yes, I'm aware that Ankalaev has that wrestling in his back pocket. He did take it out when he fought Walker the first time. But let's not forget, before that illegal knee landed, it looked like Johnny was about to get right back up, man. And I feel like if Johnny gets taken down, he's going to be able to get back up. The dude is just so freaking explosive. And I feel like people are forgetting how good Johnny Walker is in the ground. The dude has had a couple submission victories in the UFC, and I like the fact that Magomed doesn't really have any wins by submission, which is just crazy to say. And I can see a scenario where Johnny catches and rocks Magomed, and I can see Johnny taking advantage and getting Magomed's back and submitting Ankalaev. And I almost forgot to mention that Ankalaev might be the emotional one in this fight. Ankalaev has gotten screwed so many times, and at this point I'm convinced the guy is cursed, okay? If you look back, he's beaten Anthony Smith and he doesn't receive a title shot afterwards. He eventually does get his title shot, and then he fights Yan for the vacated belt, and it goes to a draw and doesn't receive a title opportunity, and instead fights Johnny Walker, and the fight goes into a no contest. I just feel like Johnny Walker is more of the dangerous fighter, and I can see him capitalizing on Magomed, especially since he's a bit plotty. And if there was anyone who I think is going to get a finish in this fight, it's got to be Johnny Walker. It's either that or Magomed is going to out wrestle him for 25 minutes for a boring ass unanimous decision. After all, this is MMA, and Magomed should technically win this on paper. Like I said, he's a better overall fighter than Johnny Walker, but Johnny Walker has a bigger chance than people actually give him, and I hope he wins this Saturday. It would be awesome. It would bring some excitement to the division, and I guess we'll find out soon enough. So please, MMA gods, let Johnny Walker win and give us a fight to remember. Anyways, guys, that's my prediction on this fight. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on my next one.